It's the most universal symbol in technology, and almost nobody knows its true meaning. I'm talking about the power button. You see it every single day on your phone, your laptop, your TV, your console. You've probably pressed it 3 times already today. But have you ever actually stopped and asked, why does it look like a circle with a line through it? Because it's not random. It's brilliant design hiding in plain sight. The whole idea connects to binary code, the language every digital device uses. Binary has only 2 digits, 1 and 0. Everything your device does, from loading this video to running a game, is built from combinations of these 2 states. These values represent 2 distinct electrical states, commonly understood as on and off. The line is often associated with 1 and the circle with 0. It's widely interpreted that the power symbol combines these 2 elements, the 1 and the 0, into a single, simple design that represents power control. But what makes this symbol especially powerful is not just what it represents, it's how efficiently it communicates. With just 2 shapes, it conveys a complete idea: control over a device's state. No words, no explanation, no translation required.
Before symbols like this were standardized, many devices just used text labels like on and off. But that approach doesn't scale globally. A word that makes sense in one language becomes meaningless in another. As electronics spread across international markets, manufacturers needed something universal, something anyone could recognize instantly. That's where standardization came in. In 1973, the International Electrotechnical Commission, or IEC, included the symbol in IEC 60417, a global standard for graphical symbols used on electronic devices. This helped turn a widely used idea into a consistent, internationally recognized system. And this is important. Standardization doesn't just make things look consistent, it improves safety, usability, and accessibility. When you interact with a device you've never seen before, you don't need instructions. The symbol tells you what to do. But there's a catch. If you look closer, you'll notice the icon actually changes depending on what you're touching. There isn't just one standard power button. There are actually a few different versions that tell you exactly what the device is doing.
A single vertical line represents power on. A circle represents power off. These are often used on physical switches, especially older ones, where on and off are 2 separate positions. The version you see most often, a line within a broken circle, indicates a standby or power control function. It's typically used for buttons that switch a device between active and low power states, like on phones and laptops. And a line inside a complete unbroken circle is used for power on-off control, often associated with more direct power switching on certain devices. At a glance, these symbols look almost identical, but to engineers and designers, they carry precise meaning. And that leads to something most people never think about. When you press the power button, what actually happens? On older devices, pressing the power button would physically cut the flow of electricity. The circuit would open and the device would shut down completely. But modern devices work differently. Today, pressing the power button usually sends a signal to the system rather than directly cutting power. The device's software decides what to do, whether that's going to sleep, entering standby, or shutting down completely. That's why your laptop doesn't instantly turn off when you tap the button. Instead, it safely saves your work, reduces power usage, and stays ready to wake up almost instantly.
So the button you press every day isn't always doing the same thing. On many modern devices, it often puts them into sleep or standby rather than fully turning them off. There's also a subtle design reason behind the shape itself. The circle is closed and continuous, while the line interrupts it. Visually, it suggests a break in a loop, a transition between states. Even without understanding binary, the symbol feels like control, like something being activated or interrupted. That's good design. It works on both a logical and intuitive level. From the console you game on at night to the laptop you use for work, This tiny symbol helps make technology intuitive across languages and cultures. It's a perfect example of simple design carrying deep technical meaning. So, next time you power something up, remember what you're really touching: a symbol shaped by the fundamental logic of computing, two states, on and off, brought together in a single circle and line. A design so effective, it became invisible. Thanks for watching.